Why, hello there, Space Engineers. Wellington6012 here, and welcome to episode number 15 of my tutorial series. How's everybody today? Hope you are good. So, yeah, you find me where you left me last time. I'm actually back into the game a little bit earlier than what I was kind of anticipating. Let me explain myself. We'll push the button, smash some keys. So, yeah, I was sort of planning to have habitation in over here, but I've just been doing a bit of stuff off camera, and let me update you on that, and then we'll look at building a mining ship, and I'll just explain my reasoning. So first of all, the drill is drilling down, and I've actually just got it switched off at the moment because we've reached some ice, so that is awesome news. And there's gold, and you can see that I've manually drilled some gold out of there. I've also got some other ores as well. So put in a couple of extra O2 gens just to help go through the ice. So these are filling up quite nicely. We've been using them for power actually, so that's been a thing. So the engines have been going for a while. And if we look in here, we've got quite a lot of ice, although it has choked through a fair bit because this was up to like 90k. Yeah. I do have the facility with sorters and an ejector here. If I need to dump ice, I can dump ice. But I've just sort of paused, let these things catch up. I'll probably fill this up with ice and then dump any surplus. So that's kind of the plan there. Refineries, it's still going? Yes. So I've got some magnesium, we might need some of that soon. And yeah, so we've been processing other things as well. Yeah, gold. So I just got enough gold to do these yield modules. So, yeah. So what I'm thinking is that we will eventually get down to the gold, and we'll be able to put that through the speed because we've got so much of it down there. It's quite a thick, ore patch. So we'll have quite a bit. So we can go through the speedy one and keep this for uranium and platinum. Which we've got platinum just over there, but it's really hard to mine. I need to have a mining ship. We also need to find some uraniums. So I'm thinking that we should do the mining ship. We should mine some platinum, get that processing, then go up and find some uraniums and get that processing. And while that's all processing, we can build the habitation. So I've just kind of realized that's the order of things. So yeah, whether the habitation's this episode or even on camera is yet to be determined. So let us start by building a mining ship, and I'm going to use ions primarily to power it. So I have processed some platinum somewhere. Where is it? Surely, yeah, there we go, 12 platinums. Might need to actually process some more of that, because we will need some thruster components, which, oh no, they only use a few each. So if I did 100 of those, it's probably going to be overkill. But that's, they're going to need gold, so we're going to need to mine some of that. So that's, yeah, I think that'll be sufficient. Okay, let me go get some gold, and then we'll get onto the mining ship. Okay, so the refinery is processing some gold, and consequently the vent controllers have started up the engines because they're getting a little bit low on energies. So that's good that that's working. Okay, so the mining ship, what I think I'm going to do is actually adapt the drill ship that I've got down on the Earth-like planet. Now, I'm not going to fly back there and get it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a blueprint of it and project that blueprint and build it. So I didn't make a blueprint before I went, but what I'll do is I'll just go into the entity list and find the drill ship like that in the spectator cam, and yeah, we'll just line up the crosshairs on it. And so what I'm going to do to make a blueprint, I would normally press Control and B. I'm not going to do that right now because this ship is docked in the station, and if I did that it would blueprint the whole thing. So the ship and the station that it's docked to, and any other ships that are docked to it. So it would be a massive blueprint. And we would only be able to actually print off whatever the biggest grid was. So what I want to do is I only want to blueprint the actual drill ship itself. And to do that, to when it's connected to something else, or if it has lots of subgrids like drill arms and things, I want to press Control, Shift, and B. And now I've just done the single grid. Okay. So that's now in our blueprints. We'll just go back to in person and we'll build a projector. So we'll find one of those on the toolbar. There it is there. Pop it in that slot. So I'm just going to make a small grid one because it's a small grid ship that we're building. Hence why I have done the rotor thing there with a small head on it to adapt it down. I'm going to turn it that way because these do have a certain orientation. Okay, so the orientation is this single vertical line. That is the front. So there's not one on the side or the back or around this side, but on top there is a cross. Okay, so that's how you orientate it. Cross on the top, single line on the front. That is how the projector is orientated. However, whether the ship is actually orientated that way is going to be another story. Because the orientation of the ships, the actual grid, is dependent on sort of the first block that you place, the orientation can then change if you were to subsequently put a landing gear or a cockpit on. Whatever the first one of those would be, that may reorientate it. So if I just started off with a square block or something, I wouldn't know which way was forward. But if I put a cockpit on, then that would then be forward. In theory. No matter what I seem to do, it always seems to end up not right. So I just don't even try. So yeah. So just on projectors, I'm just going to rush through it so we can tick that box. But it's sort of something that I could just about do an entire episode on pretty much. So let's jump into here and find the projector. There it is. I'm going to go into blueprints and we'll search for our drill ship. There it is there. And just double click to load it up. And there we go. It's completely the wrong orientation. I knew that would happen. So yeah, I think because I started potentially it's orientated for the connector because that was the first block I put in. Yeah, so either way, let's not worry about that too much. Let's reorientate it. So we do have that functionality in the projector control panel. So first of all, I'll just see if I can actually kind of get it away from me a bit so I can see. Oh, there we go. Okay, we'll lift it up. Okay, so I can kind of see it behind the screen here. So let's just try pitch. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm just randomly... Ooh, I think that's actually it. I think that's what I wanted. That's now sort of kind of the right way. So why I'm going for this projection is it's got batteries and ejectors and everything's all set up. I'm just going to hand weld the thing. I'm not going to use a block welder, but I could. But I'm just going to use a hand welder and just do everything except for the atmospheric thrusters, and I'll substitute them for ions. So let's just get this back a little bit. What I could do is potentially... Are they... Okay, I could just try and get it on the connector maybe? Yeah, let's bring it back. Projector. So we'll bring it back. We will lower it down. Oh, I think that's going to do. It's connected on that little block. Okay, so you can see that this is brighter than the rest of the projection. That's because we are able to actually weld that up. So if I went into here, a couple of options for the projector. One is keep projection. So if I was to completely weld up this projection, and there's all the blocks there that I need to do, there's 231 of them. If I was to do every single one of those, once the projection was complete, the projector would delete the blueprint out of its projector, and if you wanted to redo it, you would need to reload it and go through the same processes that I just did. Probably fine for this because I'm only going to do one of them, but if I was doing things like missiles or something where I wanted to print off multiple, then keeping the projection is really quite useful. And if I did show only buildable, now you can see that it's only showing the one block there. And when I make more blocks, some steel, when I weld more blocks up, you can see that now it's sort of staying on top, which I might actually do for this because I don't want to sort of accidentally weld up the thrusters. I don't have to. So yeah, you can sort of see how it works. And yeah, I'm out of bits already. But yeah, so I'm going to do that, and yeah, I'm just going to sort of weld up all these bits and not do the thrusters. Yeah, so it'll take a little while, but it will also be quicker than sort of building from scratch. So leave this with me, and I'll come back when I've maybe welded up all the skeleton and we can look at ion thrusters. Right, I think that's the last of it, and managed to not weld up any of the thrusters. Yeah, oh, hang on, stand by. Take that one. Engines are quite loud. And those batteries are now not showing. Oh, that's because these ones will be recharging. Scrap that, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so I think we can turn off the projector now. I think I've got everything that I wanted to get. In fact, if we go into the projector, we can see armor blocks 12. Thrusters, neons. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know what those armor blocks would be. Right, so we'll turn you off. They'll be the ones that are sort of stuck out here, like that one. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. We've got pretty much everything. Awesome. And we'll just check in here just to make sure everything's kind of still... Yeah, look, it's all hooked up still. Just the thrusters we need to relink. Well, we need to build some thrusters. It's looking kind of naked without any thrusters, actually. Yeah, okay. Okay, so, yeah, thrusters. We're going to put ions predominantly on here. Not completely all ions, but mostly ions. So ions are very efficient. They run on power. So they're good in space. They're not very powerful, though. So, yeah, you do kind of need to have quite a few of them, or just be cautious with your flying. You can get away with them on the moons, as long as you've got enough of them. Because it's only 30% gravity here, so they are impacted by the gravity, so definitely. So I am actually going to put a couple, I think we'll put a couple of hydrogen thrusters on, at least. Just for down thrust, so that we can land pretty safely, especially when we're full of ore. On the atmospheric planets, though, are completely useless as you get down. In fact, it's not just the gravity, I think it's how they interact with the atmosphere. But as good as atmospherics are down on the ground, these are bad. So, yeah, pretty much just extra waste of mass if you're putting them on anything that's going into the atmosphere. So, yeah, pretty much best to keep them space-based. Yeah. Right, so there's different types. These are the vanilla ones, the originals. These are from the Sci-Fi DLC, and these ones are from the Warfare update. So I'm going to use these ones. I think they will be quite good. So, just wondering here, these are going to be too big. I have to go for these ones. So if I kind of went... So if you went like that, maybe, and you went like that, then I could kind of put one there, and probably put one over here as well. That could work. Maybe not. I want them underneath. Okay, we might just have to hide some somewhere else. But yeah, if I put those three in, it'll be fine. Quite loud, those engines are doing the job. So yeah, if we just put that in. So I think that just kind of gets the angle right. Do we want them down here as well? So one there maybe. We'll see how it goes. We'll weld these up and see how it goes. these ones here, pretty straightforward. We'll just go 1, 2, 3. So there's 6 in each direction anyway. Which may be enough, it just means we just need to be cautious. Yeah, I might just weld those up, and I'll turn that back on so I can weld up those blocks there as well. Hey Quebec, welcome back. It's been a little while. That looks like it's just about getting through the ice, which is good. So I did turn it on briefly. I'll just see how much is actually in here. Yeah, I'll probably just leave that for now. And let's turn those off and turn the pistons off. So that's now stopped. Yep. Okay. So hydrogen tanks are filling up. This is done. Okay. So pretty happy with actually how it came out. Had to fit on a few ions, but it's kind of the same sort of shape as what it was originally. I don't think I've actually got enough back and forward thrust. I know I could just like put more thrusters on, but I'm not going to. We'll just see how it goes. I was just filling up the hydrogen tanks so that we could move it over to there. Actually, let's just do that. I think it's gonna be fine. So yeah, I don't have a tank on there, but yeah, so those are the tanks I put in. There's 5 of them, a couple of 4 hydrogen thrusters. They're going to be heaps. I think they will be absolutely heaps. Let's not put the stuff in here, let's put the stuff in here, and that ice should end up somewhere else, maybe not. Okay, yeah, so let's first of all try and move it over there. So we'll turn on this, but it's probably going to jump around a little bit. Oh no, it's not too bad. You just do need to be careful. Sometimes it does flail around a bit. Let's get rid of you. Oh, whoops. We'll turn it off recharge. That'll be a thing. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's got enough thrust. It's not got heaps. Hang on, my hydrogen... No, the hydrogen thrusters aren't on. Okay. It's not got heaps. That's not too bad for actually... That's better than what I thought it was going to be. Especially down here on the moon's surface. I don't think it's going to do too well when it's full of ore, but certainly... That's... Empty is going to be fine. And that's going to preserve our hydrogen. Speaking of which... Oh, look, I've just about filled it up, actually. Good. Go to the little O2 generator. Okay. So let's just top this here. So, and then we can put those on stockpile, and that fills up. So, yeah, auxiliary thrusters, they're not the main thrusters, the hydrogens, it's predominantly the ions that we use. Okay, so let's go and get some platinum now. And it's rather deep in the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to make some stuff. I am going to make, get into the right thing, a warhead. So I'm going to make 1, 2 of those. Now here's a question, can I actually make warheads? Progression wise, is that unlocked? I don't think it's unlocked. Warhead, what do I need for a warhead? I need to make a small reactor. We can do that. Can't fuel it, but we can do that. So if I was to go into small blocks and do reactor, let's make a small reactor. We'll use one of those warfare ones because they look pretty cool. Okay, and so I'm going to need to put that on my toolbar. Reactor. Little one of those. Very good. So yeah, I don't have any uraniums at the moment. So that's going to be a thing. Where can I put the reactor? Because there is sort of room kind of down in here. I mean, maybe if I got rid of you and replaced you with a small converter like that, maybe. That's fine. We'll just get the parts for that. And then I could put the reactor in there. That would give me access to it. We'll get one of those. And yeah, I think one of them would be fairly neat. Yep, let's do it. Let's just chuck it in there. It's fine. I don't think that's kind of in the way. Yeah, that works. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but I could like put a beacon on top, which I don't have on the toolbar. But yeah, there are round beacons that you could stick on there. Beacon, yeah, one of those. If you wanted to tidy it up or duplicate it on the other side, it's fine. Okay, so now we should have access to warheads. That'll be useful. So we'll grab parts for them. So the key part that we didn't have before, which was explosives. So we have those now. We need magnesium to do those. Let's head over here and we'll turn those off. Stockpile, we'll unlock and we'll head over to the platinum. Well, that actually flies pretty well across the surface. I'm surprised, to be honest. Okay, I'll look and then we're back in that range of that other beacon. Which I'm assuming is a trading post. Okay, so yeah, the platinum is under us. I don't know how far it should be showing. Oh, maybe, hang on. We'll turn on the ore detector. And there we go. Platinum, 62 meters. Okay, so that's cool. We'll just do a little bit of excavation. So instead of using this to slowly drill down, let's use one of these. So warheads. And these are perfectly safe until you arm them. And then they're not so safe. We can either detonate straight away, which would be bad with me standing here, or we can do a countdown. So we'll start the countdown. You could use detonate on a sensor if you were setting a booby trap. I just say that because that's something space pirates do. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope we're far enough away. We weren't. Whoops. Where's my ship? I think we might need to reload. Now, I can't stress this enough. They do have quite a large blast radius, so it does pay to get a fair distance back so that you don't have any accidents. So we're far enough away today that we were nice and safe and nothing bad happened. There we go, we're a little bit closer now, and I'm thinking we might actually do another one. I did build 2, although yes, I did build 2. I've just got this funny deja vu that I've already set 2 off, but I haven't. Okay, so we'll do this one, and we will go like this. Start countdown, run away, and then we should be in a better position to be able to mine. Go. So there we go, that's a bit quicker than using the old destroy mode with the... Oh, look, and there's the platinum. We have destroyed a fair bit of it, but it's more accessible. So, it's all gone to plan. Okay, let's do some drilling. Turn that on, and we'll just keep going for a little while. And when it starts to get a little bit heavy, I will turn on my hydrogen thrusters. Okay, it's getting heavy. Hydrogen thrusters on. And we're full. We are full. Okay, that's good. That worked out. And yeah, okay, with the hydrogen thrusters, there is ample anti-crashing sort of thrust. And yeah, very slow to get going when we're full. So we'll just have to remember that once we get up to a certain speed, we need a little bit of time to slow down. Okay, so that's 200 meters. Now, okay, I'm going to lift off at 200 meters. And then when we get within 200 meters, I'll stop again. But the system works. We have nickel. Oh, nuts. Okay, the projectors are kind of keeping up. In a not keeping up sort of way. So, yeah, just make sure that you do... you are mining the right stuff. Platinum does look a little bit like silver and a little bit like nickel. It's easily confused. Best not to do that because, yeah, then you just waste your time basically. But yeah, this drill ship seems to be working quite well. So it's just a case of, you know, in combination with the blast mining, also using the destroy mode just to get a little bit of better access to the ore patch. Okay, let's call back up. Let's give it another run. Yeah, so that's how this is working. And yeah, unless it's absolutely chocker full, bear in mind some ores do way more than others, such as uranium. But yeah, that's working out pretty well. Yeah, we probably don't need to... That's going to take a long time to process, so I think that we might just call it there for platinum. And yeah, I'll just kind of keep going this little vein here. And that's probably going to be enough, I think, because that'll be enough. Okay, so out of that hole. Yeah, so just make sure you don't mix up those things, because, yeah, as I say, waste your time a bit. And we're going over here. I could use the camera, but I think I'm pretty much bang on. Yeah. Lock. And stockpile, and we'll put those back on recharge. There we go. So that should be... I don't think that's going to pull it all in there. But hopefully this should be working with platinum, and it is. Okay, so that's going to take a while to process all that, which is absolutely fine. These batteries are going to deplete because that's recharging. Yeah, so I might even put like a timer in here that can just turn those generators off. Or else maybe I just adjust this one less, more. I'll adjust the more and we'll make this up to 50%. Let's fill them up. In fact, let's fill them up 90%, because once we build our big ship, we're going to need to transfer some energy, some electricity. So yeah, that can recharge. Very good. Okay, let me just charge that, and then we'll head off and find some uraniums. Welcome back. I know you haven't been anywhere, but I certainly have. So just going to give you a little bit of an update. We found uranium. Well, we did find uranium. It's just gone because I got rid of the ore detector. Oxygen has been a little bit of an issue, as you can see there, but that's fine. Yeah, so it has been a very long time. I have surveyed so many asteroids. Way too many asteroids. Let's just get mining going. So much that I'm not really going to talk about it. I'm just going to forget that. The ship has been cool. A lack of oxygen was a little bit of an issue. This is my second clone. How far away? Yeah, I did go back to the base. 25 km. That is actually annoying because I have done some distance over the last few days. I've also caught up on a lot of YouTube viewing, so it has been a complete waste of time. But yeah, it's been hard to find this uranium, that's for sure. And yeah, the whole idea of this is to build a jump drive to get to Mars. I could have flown to Mars and back like 2 or 3 times. This ship though is a nice maneuverable little ship. It is good. It's worked out really well actually. It does lack a bit of back and forward thrust, but no, it was good for surveying the asteroids. The power though lasts like 3 or 4 hours, and this is my second lot of 3 or 4 hours. So yeah, plenty of power storage capacity, so it's quite efficient, and yeah, I'm liking it. So that's that. So I thought I'd just give you a brief little update, turn the camera back on now that I've finally found uranium. And yeah, I'm just going to mine some. We'll go back to the base. I'll show you around there some things that I did, because I did do some stuff sort of when I went back and recharged. Did get another load of platinum, so we'll have a look at that. But yeah, I'm thinking that that's pretty much going to be it for today. Let's just turn the drills on. And yeah, I'll get a decent amount of this, and they can get processing. And yeah, I'm thinking between now and next episode, off camera, I don't think I need to do it on camera, I'll build some habitation. Yeah, next episode we will build the ship with the jump drive to get us to Mars. So that's a little bit of a plan. So I'm pretty sure next episode will be the last episode. But yeah, that's where I'm up to. Clearly I've had a bit of time to think lately. So yeah, that's the thing. Right, let me mine all this, and we'll come back into it back at the base, and I'll just show you around there. We'll do a couple of things, and then just say my goodbyes. Okay, I get the idea that we might be just running out of power. That's fine. It's fine, we made it. Tell you what, I'm glad we did actually find that asteroid when we did. Otherwise it would have been another trip back here empty-handed. Although I did bring some stuff back with me the first time. I brought a little bit of silver back to get processed. There we go. Put them onto recharge, turn those off, and onto stockpile. There we go. Sorted. Done. Marvellous. Okay, let me get... Oh no, we've got oxygen because we're connected up. I could probably put the bottles... We don't have any ice. We don't have any ice. So, that means the engines must have chewed through it. I do need to extend this. That'll get us some more ice. I have to say that I'm not very happy at all that it is that asteroid that's got the uranium. It's got to be the closest one. It's... Oh, that is just... It's just mocking me there on the horizon. I cannot believe it. Anyway, so that's all extended, and we must just about be getting down into the gold, possibly. I mean, we're not far. Oh, look, no, there's a little bit of gold. It's just grabbing the gold. Oh, that's good. Good. So that will be getting into here. We'll need to be careful because potentially that'll clog up the stone. So I probably want to actually... What I might do is I might put the blacklist and blacklist the stone. I'm going to blacklist the stone as soon as I find it. They are in alphabetical, so it shouldn't have been too difficult. So now the stone won't go through here, but the gold will. And what I might do is I might put out here and put whitelist and put the stone on like so, and I will put this onto collect all and throw out. So hopefully that will keep up with stuff. Yeah, I think that'll work, because then we can focus on getting the gold through here. So we're getting gold. Oh, look at the stones are in there. It's nuts. Okay, so that'll work through that. That's cool. Okay, so that'll work. That'll get rid of the stone. The fact that this is collecting or the drills are pushing, one or the other. That's why it's good to actually not have this set to drain, because drain will limit how much this will do, because remember it needs to grab some, push it through, grab some, push it through, whereas this will grab a lot more than this will, and also the drills will just really ram stuff through even. So that's real good. Okay, happy with all of that. Not happy that that's just there mocking, laughing at me. Super annoying. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it. It's just a funny part of the series, of the playthrough, I guess, that it you get to this point, it's all about building infrastructure like this and finding resources and digging resources and getting resources like that. And that asteroid that's just over there, yeah, so there's a whole lot of that preparing in order to build stuff, and then when it comes time to build, like building a big base and that sort of carry on, building a big ship, building a jump drive, it comes a bit of time consuming. So I kind of get this at most points in my series, where I kind of get towards the end of it, where there's a whole heap of stuff to do. It's not that interesting, so I kind of do it off camera. Yeah, so that's just the natural progression of the game. So yeah, as I say, that's where I'm going to leave it today. I will go off camera next few days and do some work on the habitation. When we come back next episode, I'll show you around that, assuming all goes well. We'll probably talk a little bit about pressurization and oxygen, because that's the thing. And then we'll get building the ship, which the big ship, which will need to be able to carry the orbital ship. And yeah, we'll build a jump drive and we'll head to Mars, wherever that is. Yeah. But anywho, yeah, so thank you everybody for joining me today. I hope you did enjoy today's episode and can join me again next time. And until next time, as always, stay safe out there, everybody, and have a good one.